HVAC podcast in all of the land. Welcome, everybody, to the HVAC Overtime Show. What up, y'all? Real quick, before we get rolling here, we got Randy Torboli watching here, the Italian stallion himself watching. Randy, try to keep your hands off your 3-inch mini sub tonight, all right, when you go to bed? All right, be good. All right, be good.
Oh, man. What is up, everybody?
Welcome to the show.
So this is kind of like a bonus episode. We're not supposed to be here.
A bonus episode.
Yeah. Like, this is supposed to be our night off. Why are we here?
Listen, you used to be able to set the clock by overtime show.
That's true. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. That's right. So we committed to every other week. Why am I hearing an echo?
Yep, I hear it too.
Uh-oh. It's not
Hold
me.
on. I'm going to test a few people right now.
1,000% Adam. I guarantee it.
Check. It is 1,000% Adam.
Yeah,
I just muted it. It's all good, though. It's not that bad. It's just real subtle in the background. So
it's pretty bad.
It's all right. Adam's finally the person that is in the van, and I'm actually in the house. Just
For now, you're on call though, right?
No.
Okay.
So my other
Good.
my other tech wanted to take the weekend, so he took it for me. So hence why I'm able to do the show, because my family figured that I was going to be on call, so they're all gone. They're in different. I have one daughter in Puerto Rico right now, and then my wife and my other daughter are at some cooking thing.
Get nice when they catch up to her.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. where she belongs.
Dude, so you guys aren't here yet, but you'll get there eventually. Some guys that are watching this, they probably get it. But like, my daughter is a roommate now. She just kind of comes and goes. My oldest, she's 18. She's in college. She just lives at home, but she kind of just sleeps here, and then
so crazy
disappears for the weekend. And she's like, "I'm going away for the weekend," and we're like, "Okay." And then she's like, "I'm going to Puerto Rico for 5 days." I'm like, okay. Like,
did she have you write the check or what?
Does she have what?
Did she have you write the check?
No, I'm not paying for that, dude.
Damn, that's crazy too.
Get this, my kid. No, I don't pay for that stuff. We pay for her gas to go to college, like to go to school, but like it's just on the honesty system. If she's doing something on her own, she pays for her own gas, kind of thing. And she does good with that. But she just, it's a trip, man. It's cool because you got to let your kids be and let them learn and do their things and whatever, you know. And I'm glad she's getting to travel, because like I can't travel like that, you know, when you have a family and stuff. So get it done now. But they took a flight, which blew my mind. I was like, "So what airline you flying?" And she's flying one of those, the budget ones or whatever. And
Spirit.
It might have been Spirit, or what's one of the other ones?
Frontier.
It might have been Spirit or Frontier, one of the ones she's flying. But they had an 11-hour layover in Orlando.
Jeez.
Did she go hang out with Brian Orr?
No. But they took we woke up the next morning and I was looking at where they were at, because I can see her location, and I'm like, she's in the Orlando airport. And then like an hour later, I'm like, she's at Universal Orlando, like Universal City Walk. And I'm like, what are they? And my wife called her, and she went to this donut place that my wife likes in City Walk. So I'm sitting here thinking that her and her friends took like an Uber from the airport to this donut shop. And I'm thinking this is the most expensive donuts they've ever bought, because from Orlando airport to like City Walk area, it's pretty expensive to Uber. And no, we talked to her like the next day, and she's like, "No, we took the bus." She goes, "We'll never do that again." They said it cost them $1, but it took like 2.5 hours to get from the airport to City Walk, which is like a 30-minute drive.
You know what?
It's in a foreign land. I would just get lost. I just like, I live here now. I can't find my way back.
Well, they said they had to transfer buses and stuff too.
Exactly.
I'm like, that's wild. Yeah,
that's definitely like I hats off to your daughter, because I don't think I'm smart enough to take public transportation anywhere. That's scary.
Yeah.
Like, I guarantee if you guys wouldn't have went to that only symposium that I went to, I would have not made it there, or I would have made it there and then I would have get lost there and then never would have found my way back to the airport.
That's wild. Yeah, it is absolutely wild. But yeah, it's just crazy. It's cool though.
The first time I saw Bill in real life was at the symposium. I saw him and Rick from HVACR Survival walking up to me, and like I just wanted to run at them and give both of them a hug, but they just walked up, like, played it
In my
cool,
arms.
you know. And speaking of Rick, he text messaged me after the show last week, and he said, "I just want to let you know that I was just joking around about. I don't think anything bad about you. That you're a residential tech.
Oh,
It's all
because did he make a comment
Oh,
or something?
yeah,
he's
yeah.
such a nice guy. He's a
He's
little
all
really
self-conscious about what he said. Yeah, I remember something because I think I was talking about something and he made a joke about residential guys, implying you and Joe or something, like joking. I think it was something like that because we were talking about commercial stuff or something like that.
He got us good.
Oh,
I finally remember when he I don't remember exactly how it went down, but I used the shower like somehow like before him or something like that. And then he went into the shower, and it's almost like he came running out in a towel, screaming about the amount of hair that I had left in the bathtub. In a very high-pitched voice, by the way.
it was a pube on the soap or something. It just freaked out, dude. Yeah.
Because they were sharing a bar of soap.
Oh my god.
I mean, I rinsed it.
Mind you, we Adam rented an Airbnb and we all pitched in, or at least I pitched in. I don't know if I paid for everybody, but I pitched in. So
I think what happened is Rick was using this loofah, and then I walked in there. I'm like, Rick, what are you doing? He's like, I'm using my loofah. I'm like, that's not a loofah. That's my excess body hair that was balled up in the bottom of the. He's like, oh my god.
But I do remember. So that was the first time I met Bill and Adam too, was when I walked up and parked, or I parked in front of the Airbnb and I walked up and Bill's standing right there. Bill's like 9 feet tall. I was like,
he is.
Whoa, dude. And seeing Bill the first time in person and he doesn't have his sunglasses on, dude, I thought Powder was talking to me. Like it was just a dude with these blue eyes, like, whoa.
It was weird too, because Chris pulls up in his he rented a Cadillac Escalade with spinners.
Oh yeah, it was badass.
I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, yeah, this is the only thing they had. I'm like, yeah, sure it was. Sure it was.
They gave me an upgrade, man. They gave me an upgrade because I bitched. So
where are you heading, Adam?
It's all that big picture money.
Oh, I'm pulling in right now. The last every Friday now I'm going to be doing a little like an entry level class for beginner techs at actually the company that bought my company out. So I'm supposed to do it for 2 hours, but I stayed a little bit extra. Yeah, so I'm coming home.
Are you gonna post?
You freaking.
Well, thank you. Are you gonna post the electrical board you're making? It's pretty badass from what I've seen so far.
Oh yeah, I'll be home in like 1 minute, so I'm gonna jump off of here. And I'm gonna go sign on to the computer.
Can you leave your in the van?
Yeah.
Do you have it at home?
Right.
That board?
I'll be in there.
All right.
No, but I have a picture of it.
Okay, good. You can post it.
Yes,
It's funny that a lot of people, they make these boards and they make a big like I don't know. It seems like Adam's just like one day he's like 2 days ago he's like, yeah, I gotta make a board for these guys for this electrical class. Like the next day you see this fucking amazing board in the making. I was like, holy shit, that was quick. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god.
I can't get over your hoodie that's made out of human foreskin, Joe.
It's like he's a human fleshlight.
It looks perfect. It's like you just like cut the fat off a fat person and you're just like wearing a skin suit. It's such like the perfect tone of human skin. I can't.
Not too many people could wear human skin there, Bill. Not too many.
No, like it looks soft too. Like
No, basically just Joe and Buffalo Bill. Those are the only two people that could wear human skin.
Buffalo Joe. That's who he is.
Exactly. He's like tucking it between his legs and doing the dance to
skin.
Yeah, exactly.
I bet that skin hoodie is probably real soft and subtle.
And then he's flexing the freaking butterfly wings.
How did Joe say it? Subtle? Subtle?
Yeah.
Subtle?
Subtle. There you go. Subtle.
It's very subtle.
It's very subtle, Joe. Very subtle. So apparently, like, I don't know how this is going to work out anymore, Joe, because apparently we're not friends with you anymore. Like,
can't be.
We're like at war with each other, dude.
Yeah.
Our countries. So like I think we've got to end something here. Like I don't know. Like either we are like the people that are going to bring the countries back together, or we just need to separate. Because
you imagine.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you this much, Joe. You're not getting any more of that sweet overtime cash from the YouTube
Nope.
channel.
Nope.
I know, right?
Not getting any of that.
Nope.
And you can't get any cool American tool companies, tools from other countries either. So,
You know what? Speak
Good.
about tools, actually, I brought it in because I just remembered. I used to sport an Irwin automatic cutter. Milwaukee finally came with one. I know that here, anyways, they made it came, and it's sleek. It fits in your bag nicely. It's not like when they open up and they're like the Klein ones, and they're just so
yeah.
You know what I mean? But Milwaukee came with one, and so far so good.
I have
They made one, which is pretty
used one
sweet.
of those.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I've never used one of those.
amazing.
I'm kind of like, I almost don't want to buy one because of all the moving parts. I feel like it's just going to wear down faster than the traditional style strippers that I have.
Yeah. Those are very supple, dude. Very supple. I think
They're
that.
very supple.
Yeah,
You know what it is, Bill? Time, dude. Time for especially low voltage wire, getting the sheathing off it. It's just amazing. You don't have to cut it twice.
Favor, Joe? Can you put your hood over top of your head, then pull the strings tight so it looks like a pee hole?
Only for you.
That's close.
That's better. Just leave it like that for a while. That's
it looks
perfect.
like I'm looking straight into a urethra.
Oh my god. Anywho, yeah. So I suggest if you guys are looking for one, you should get one. Pretty good, the Milwaukee ones.
Where do you get penis flesh-colored sweaters? I don't understand what you're saying here.
The mall. I don't know.
The Fleshlight store.
Well, like, that's like a name brand sweater too, huh? Because it has like roses on it or something.
It looks fancy. I can't get over it. It looks fancy.
Guys, Joe is high maintenance. Okay, so like, let's guess. Like, how much did that sweater cost, dude?
All right.
It wasn't that much.
I bet you that sweater was $120.
Yeah.
I don't think it's that fancy. I know where you're going with it, but I don't think it's that much. No.
At least
It's
$75.
I can't remember, but it's I don't know. Even Hughesman's like $75. I don't even think it was 75.
Oh, you know what? I just realized, looking at Joe's head come out of that collar, I bet this is what the doctor felt like when he was looking at your mom.
I feel like Joe just like circumcised himself when he pulled the freaking head out the collar.
Oh my god!
Look, it's a baby Joe coming out of there.
You guys are crazy.
What I mean is your hoodie, the end of it looks like a vagina.
Anywho,
Susie Dunn's here.
What? Why is this so loud? Is it loud in your ears too?
No, not anymore.
What?
Just me.
No, it's I'm curious if it's doing it to people on the show too. StreamYard is doing something funny because when I first started talking, it was loud in Bill's ears, and I had to turn down my volume, which is rare. And then when Joe starts talking, every once in a while it gets loud, and then when Adam just talks,
it wasn't simple at all.
It wasn't supple. No, it wasn't supple. Yeah, see, but it's not us. It's StreamYard. StreamYard's messing up. The chat saying is loud too, so it's random. But
it's not. You need to turn people in the chat. Turn your volume down.
See, right? Adam's volume is going down as he's talking.
As he's turning it down is what it's going down.
Yeah. So we can hear that. What's up, man? Ryan.
So Ryan's saying StreamYard sucks. Like, we've had really good luck with StreamYard, but there is a lot of changes lately. So I don't know. They probably got bought out by private equity, just like every other fucking business in the United States.
Joe, do you remember pre-StreamYard?
Like what?
That was like one of the reasons why we were not with John Israel. We stopped hanging out with him. We had Google Hangouts. Remember
Google
that?
Hangouts.
Oh yeah, I do think you remember.
That was actually pretty good. That was actually pretty cool.
We did. I remember that. And then
I joined one of those though. I think I just watched them from time to time.
I did OBS for a long time. StreamYard. Or Streamlabs. That's right.
Old bitchy and sassy.
Yeah. OBS was confusing, dude. That was just over the moon ridiculous. So when we kind of were messaging in our super top secret private chat, we were talking about exactly Jesus Fish wants to know if he's wearing a foreskin suit too. That's what we all thought. It's like when he took the hood off of his head, it was like he got circumcised. Like it just freaking popped out. Like
did you have to special order that color, Joe?
No. It's a common color, guys.
What is the color called?
Sorry, you guys can't wear it, but someone like me could wear it. That's all.
What is it called? What's that color?
I don't know.
Did you go to the back store, like the back room of Spirit
Salmon.
Halloween? Like, do you have a vagina suit I can wear?
No, a salmon suit. See, Michael gets it. Michael gets it.
Salmon suit.
There you go. By the way, Adam, there was a job I was doing. I was talking to Adam about those radiators in a commercial building. They're making some rooms, some washrooms, and I'm installing some rads. I'm doing press fittings. Anyways, the guy, this general contractor, is adamant that the architect is asking for modulating valves. So I thought at first he's just saying, actuator valves, whatever. And I couldn't find anything. And he's saying, yeah, I ran 120 to the radiator for you. We just run some random 120. Boiler is located somewhere else in the building. Just modulate it with a thermostat. I'm like, what the fuck? How am I gonna do this? What's this guy talking about? And I finally been digging. And I'm like, I wonder if there's something like the floor warming stats that could modulate on something on the inline. And there actually is. Danfoss makes one. And I'm thinking how I could, and they make a
for 120 volt.
No, low voltage. I want low voltage because he wants 120 volts. Some person, I'm not gonna say what kind of person, is gonna touch this thing, and they're gonna get zapped. Anyway,
Well,
so
I don't understand.
located at Danfoss.
What kind of Danfoss valve? I saw all the TRVs.
Why
Danfoss
is
has
Slating valve?
It's like what's A5? It's like they call it A5. It's just like a zone room thermostat for like a floor warming manifold, but they have them on an inline whatever, what do you call it, on a pipe.
So
and then they could just get any 0 to 10 thermostat, and hopefully I could get something going.
But they have 120
confused.
to it?
why is
No, I told him to run. Sorry, Chris. I told him to run control wire. I don't want 120 volts. I don't want. He sends me a picture of this 220 volt Belimo with Chinese writing on it. I was like, what the fuck? What's this guy want me to do here? You know what I mean? So
Why
I
is it zapped? I don't understand.
well, the 120 wire was on the modulating valve he showed me. It's exposed. It's also actuator valves. It's just on off, I believe. But the 120 is exposed. It's like outside of the housing. So as soon as somebody touches it, they're taking a piss or whatever, they're gonna get zapped. Like, what? That's not safe. Sorry?
They pissing on the radiator?
Or they piss on the radiator. Or some bozo who starts pissing on the radiator. Anyway, so
That would be hilarious to see someone get shot in the dick. That would truly be fucking hilarious. I'm gonna actually go down a Google search and I might see some things.
He sent me some limo
electric fences and such.
I have seen that. That is fucking hilarious, dude. That's gotta hurt.
Person.
Did you see the one where it was the wife and she was walking down there and the husband said she can grab it and she fucking grabs it, and then when she grounded herself, she got the shit shocked out of her and there's a donkey on the other side and it starts fucking laughing at her?
Oh no way!
Dude, it's the funniest. I gotta find it. The donkey literally starts on at her because it fucking was laughing because she got shocked.
Find it so we can watch it.
Yes, it is hilarious.
You
also,
guys,
yeah.
I noticed you guys saw that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
What?
I was changing the subject. Go ahead.
No, you guys love to change the subject to some donkey getting electrocuted and laughing.
Hey,
but anyways, I was going to say to Jason.
Wait, don't search women donkey shocked because it's.
Hey, also, don't search up Farrah Abraham's pooping video, by the way.
Dude, why would you watch shit like that, bro?
It's that one chick from MTV Teen Mom. Don't search that up.
She's like 50 now, isn't she?
Nah, if she is, plastic surgery does wonders.
Never mind, I lied. The wife doesn't get shocked. The dog gets shocked, and the wife is the one fucking watching it. Damn it.
You got
to answer Jason's question, there's nothing there yet. It's just I'm roughing him in, and he just ran 120 armored, you guys call it armor, I'm gonna call it BX cable by the radiator. I'm like, what's this fucking 120 volt by the radiator for? He ran into every radiator. And then I was talking with Adam about it. I just want like a central hub. I want to run a transformer there, and I get 120. I'll get a huge transformer with high VAs, which actually these Danfoss stem valves don't even what's it called? They're not that many wattage. But anyways, and then I'll just run 24 volts to the thermostat. I told him I want a wire going to the thermostat where you want the thermostat, and then I want another wire from the thermostat to the radiator before he starts tiling it. Like, this is what happens when you get guys rushing. It's a government job. rushing, getting these cheap people doing tile work just to get it done, and they're gonna cover everything up. Dude, I even test my piping. What happens if I have a leak in my piping? It's like,
you're gonna be in trouble.
right. You know, like, hey, it's press fitting. I didn't want to, anyways. It's gonna be a shit show. I just want to get.
It's my fucking dog.
Oh,
it's my dog over here. I was doing that the whole time. If I scratch his butt cheek or whatever, he does that.
By the way, Adam, that domestic expansion valve, I don't know if you could pull it up because I don't think you showed the guys, but that guy is gonna get it for his domestic side for the combi. That thing is.
Oh, that little guy.
That little guy. Yeah.
I should go
as soon as
grab it. Do I have it?
As soon as I showed him, he fell in love. He wants it.
Wait, what are you guys talking about?
Aluminum.
Give us some context here.
Wait, you can say aluminum, bro?
Yeah.
How the fuck? Dude, I thought with all the weird pronunciations you would have said aluminium. What the fuck?
He said aluminum?
Yeah.
You can't say
it. I ain't doing it again.
Subtle?
Yeah, you said radiator, bro. And then you don't say radiator, but you say aluminum. What the fuck, man?
Aluminium?
Jason, he doesn't want on and off. I was trying to preach that on and off. He wants modulating.
That's so stupid.
They want something efficiency. I guess they want to modulate. Obviously based on the temperature and the thermostat in the room, they want to open it and slightly close this valve. I never did it before.
What kind of boiler are they rocking?
Oh, they're probably some old low boys or something. It's a building.
But they want efficiency.
Huge.
Wait.
Yeah.
You know, I channeled my inner Adam this week.
Okay, I got it, Jason.
That was quite exciting for me.
What'd you
I wrote a novel in my notes. And the whole time I was like, you know what? I bet Adam would be proud of me if he read all these notes. I went to an electric truck manufacturing plant. It's Rivian. I went to Rivian. And they have all these like different rooms set up and they're sealed off, right? And so I don't know how to really describe the building, but it's a very old building that they remodeled and they renovated the inside, but they left like some stuff in there. Like they have the original radiator system going throughout the entire building. I'll save the story. Give me a sec. What is this that we're looking at here?
Jason, they make them for small application 3/4, those Series 90s.
Hey, how many lifts to get to the center of that thing?
Oh yeah, look at this expansion tank. This is crazy.
It's 4 inches tall.
4 inches tall.
This is an expansion tank?
Added to the combi side and domestic side. Yeah.
It's 3 inches in diameter.
Wow.
What do you think about this?
What kind of little tiny system would this even work on? I don't even understand how that's.
It's for I'll tell you right now.
Pressure.
It says
Domestic side.
The Amtrol ST-1 is a water heater expansion tank. Okay, so it's a designed for use of a domestic hot water heating system to eliminate the potential hazards of water expansion. It's for a tankless, right?
So I got it here, guys. If you guys want to hear, so I'm looking at the AB. It's called Danfoss ABRA A5. The Belimos, I know about the Belimos, guys. I've used them before as well. I feel it's just too big for the application. You're gonna have this big Belimo actuator in the middle of a small washroom. So this one I'm using is ABRA A5, and you could use it with
like that.
100. Yeah, something like that. It's like a floor warming zone stat, and you can use it with it comes with a 200 whatever valve body. And
this is not. I don't think this is Joe. I don't think this is gonna modulate.
The one I have here says it is. It's 0 to 10 modulating, and hopefully it does. I just realized that I could try and get something sleek and something, I don't think it's on off.
Hey, real quick before I forget, going back to that little tiny expansion tank there.
Yeah.
Is it since it's on a on-demand system and we're not actually storing water, so the water, as soon as it starts warming up, it's immediately just going through the pipes anyway, so there isn't a whole lot of expansion? Is that why you can get away with having such a tiny little expansion tank?
I think it's all about volume. How
do you mean?
Like how much water is present, right? There's actually that's how you're supposed to size it.
We're not storing the water. We're not keeping it in the system and then heating it up,
Right. Yeah, there's no storage. There's like
So
nothing in there.
that's what I was. That was what I was trying to articulate.
Oh yeah, I
So-
wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, Jason, there's so many 0-10 stats. There's a Honeywell's, there's a floor warming ones. There's so many different kinds. That's not the problem. It was something like you use with a valve that modulates. That's all. But anyways,
Hey, Chris,
We're
get
pretty
off your other account.
He did.
Yeah. Sorry.
Ren does not like hearing us talk. He wants to hear Chris.
Yeah, I'm over here talking talking to someone else, dealing with work shit.
Oh, yeah, I thought Chris was on his spare account. And he just put that in the chat, so we'd.
So I had an interesting call this week. I've had this customer. I told you guys about this, but I've had this customer that had this internet thermostat / energy management system that ran all 7 of their ACs, and it was an experiment from someone that used to be in their corporate office that wanted to save the planet, kind of a thing, and went to an automation system for a restaurant. And it's from a company called Bayweb. If you guys have ever dealt with Bayweb, they're such a pain in the ass. Their user interface is ridiculously stupid. Like trying to log in, it feels like you're logging into a freaking HAL from whatever that movie is about, the computer kid or whatever. But anyway, so I finally got an email from the customer, and I've been trying to tell him to let me to rip that system out, put normal thermostats back in this building because it's so stupid. And they finally approved it. So it kind of makes me laugh though, because when you think about it, this restaurant, it's costing them just under $3,000 to have me go in and put all stats. Yeah, that was a mistake. But yeah, it's going to be just under $3,000 for them to have me rip out all the stats, the energy management system, and put in normal thermostats. And then I start thinking, how much energy do you think they saved over the last 10 years having that?
I know, right?
I doubt they even saved that money. Like they never paid off their investment, and then now they're going to pay me, that much just to put in normal stats. It's kind of silly.
As soon as you hear standalone, I'm like,
yes, exactly.
Like,
Well, the thing is the way they set up their account too with Bayweb is they have one username and login code. They didn't set up individual users or anything, right? So they only have one login, and it controls 3 different restaurants, only one of which I do. So it took me years, and I finally got the login, but I won't give it to my employees because they can log in and accidentally fuck up other restaurants. And dude, their system is so dumb. So I was the only person. So they'd call me all the time. It's Saturday. It's cold in the dining room. Can you log in and adjust the thermostat? And I'd be like, no, put in a work order, but you have access.
Fuck you guys.
I didn't sell the shit to you. Just because I have access doesn't mean I'm going to log into my phone every 5 minutes, Like,
charge them, bro.
Yeah. So it was dumb, but I'm glad.
I quoted $22,000 for a repair on a single 5-ton carrier rooftop unit this week.
Wow, that's a big picture.
That was the biggest picture. That's a good way to put it. That was the biggest picture out of all of this.
That's a change out.
Yeah,
that's what I'm going for.
Oh, okay.
I was like, oh, this is bad. What is that? Rust? That's bad. Can't have rust on shit.
Yeah.
So interesting, Al. You're saying that you like Pelican, but nobody sells them there. So Pelican, one of the supply houses down here sells a lot of Pelican RSD, and I've seen their stuff. It's rather expensive though. Like I was looking at their high-end touchscreen thermostat that they sell, and it's pricey, man. So it's hard for me to sell those, but I have heard good things about the Pelican system and stuff for a budget Wi-Fi stat, basically.
Pelican thermostat. All I know is their cases.
Oh no, totally different, but.
Yeah, I hate Mets, Jason. I'm trying to get like a basic fundamental course on that. So we have a few units that are using it, and one was down, and we just need to upgrade the software, of course. And anyways.
By the way, Joe, that picture you sent before.
Yeah.
You guys in Canada, you have like very unique copper pipe supports.
The pipe stays?
Yeah, I never seen those here.
Can you bring it up?
Dude, I was trying to use the quickest and easiest. What else would I use?
No, I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying like those are cool. I've never seen them before.
Well, let's see them. Whip it out.
We call them pipe stays. They're painted.
Post it in the chat, Joe, and I'll link it. I'll show it.
You get them in iron sizes or copper sizes, and I was just using them for everything in these places just to get it in place and get paid. Anyways, let me see if I can find them.
Here, let me pop it up right now. I'll just present my screen. Share screen. I'm pretty sure they're up here. Well, this is a Google search, so who knows what I'm going to find here.
Just look up pipe stays. Home Depot, I think, has them too. Yeah, the black ones. Yeah, the black ones.
I've never. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Everyone in the chat's gonna be like, "I'm an idiot." It's the one. One over.
You know, you can use split rings. You can use whatever. Yeah, that one, Chris. But
I use split rings all the time. But this is kind of cool.
Yeah, split ring was just
Open
too much
it up.
work for doing it quick. You know what quick I did those 2 rooms at them? 2 days. I did all that.
So, but you have to.
You're gonna click on it.
What? Oh, it's not doing it for you. That's fucking weird. On my screen, it's zoomed in.
Oh, you gotta change your. I'm like, I'm just gonna sit here and look at the freaking Google search all day.
Oh, there you go. Wait. Oh shit. Wrong save. Wrong save. No, wrong share.
I want to ask everyone here. Do you guys see these? Do you guys see this one in the United States, or is this like a Canada thing? Because I've never.
I see a rub out. I mean, I see how it's beveled a little bit, I guess, right here. But I just
Joe has this every freaking job Joe does. I see these freaking clamps hanging up.
It seems like, I mean, you obviously have to put it on like before you have to put it on with the pipe, right? I mean, there's no other way to do it. So that seems kind of inconvenient. Like, what if you forget to put one on and you braze?
That's the whole thing. You can't forget. I've done the all time. I've grinded it, twisted it, put it on because I needed the support, put them back.
Let me ask you, how many? Okay, so I'm assuming if you're going to do these, you'll slide on like 10 of them, and then you evenly space them. That way you have plenty. But how many did you just like leave hanging because you didn't need them?
You're right. That's another thing I've done before too. But sometimes I leave it. Sometimes I grind it off. So depending where it is.
So I need to get a better place for like pipe stays because I've done some weird things like when I work on ice machines and stuff. And it's like, man, because I've done stuff like I don't have them. So I'll just solder a piece of copper to it because it's in a commercial setting. Nobody's going to see it. So I'll use a piece of copper soldered pointing down, like prop it up. But when it's in a place where nobody's going to see it, but I need some better stuff. I've been seeing stuff on Instagram. There's those little black plastic ones that you see all the Instagram people using. They screw it and then they zip tie. They use a metal zip tie.
Listen. Any of those guys,
that's not for copper pipe. That's just for like little things.
All I'm saying is, if you're taking product advice for somebody that wallpapers the furnace rooms with freaking bubble wrap and that puts LED lights all over,
100%. No, I'm not taking advice. I see them, and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to think like in certain situations I could see those things working, but the way that I see people install them, like on siding, and then the siding's got an angle, and then it's like, so then everything's crooked. That's fucking not cool, you know?
Yeah.
So
I like split rings, to be honest. They're
split rings are good, but it takes a lot longer to install because you either need to use a Sammy or you're using Unistret or something, right?
That's right.
I just Cush clamps, man, all the way. That's what I'll
I've used Cush clamps even for refrigeration. I use those pipe stays as well. I haven't got a rub out because they're painted. So
I like the HVACR clamps. Have you guys seen those ones? That's like what I used. It's instead of where it clamps around the pipe, it's a giant piece of insulation.
Yeah.
And then but you have to get the same wall thickness as the insulation you're going to use. And if you use the UV rated insulation, it kind of looks dumb because it's like a black plastic. So that way it matches insulation. And then you use the UV and it looks like shit.
So they don't have the rubber piece in there. Instead, it's just a chunk of insulation.
It's a giant chunk of
I've never used those.
You've never seen them? That's what I do. I use those all the time. Well, because if you think about it, when you use the rubber thing on a suction line that's below freezing, then you get ice buildup and it just looks stupid. So if you use the HVACR, it's a solid block of insulation, basically. That's 2 inches long or something like that.
I've used those before.
What's that?
I used them.
The Clevis.
Oh yeah.
I only used them a couple times, Chris. And from what I remember, my insulation, I was trying to squeeze it so it stays because you know how if you make it too short, the insulation, you see a little gap.
Yeah.
So do they grab the insulation, right?
Oh no, not at all.
Oh,
it's like a sleeve that the insulation fits into.
No, that's not the one that I use. That's not the one that I use. There is that one. That one's just a plastic piece and you butt the insulation. No, mine. Let me pull mine up and you'll see.
Because I thought mine, I was trying to squeeze it in. I think I managed to squeeze it, I believe, so it stayed.
I mean, it sounds like you're just using an oversized Cush clamp with an insulated pipe, which I would assume is okay as well.
Pretty sure it's the ones because they're new to me. I usually use Cush clamps, but these were different. These were the better ones, I guess you want to call it. I don't know.
I just use fucking plumber strap.
Share screen. This is a HVACR clamp. So if you look right here,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Right.
mm.
I've seen those.
Hold on, let me share this next screen. Share this
You-
tab.
Yeah, you're probably supposed to. What are you supposed to do? Glue? You're supposed to use glue or? Oh, you
Yeah,
can tape on that.
You can
Oh,
tape
fuck.
it or you can use glue. So I'll use
Yeah.
glue, and then, but if it's on the roof, I may or may not use glue depending on what it is, and then you might tape it. But
What
it has
glue? Tell me, because I never glued it before. I tried.
Armaflex glue.
I tried squeezing in the clamp last time, I believe. Armaflex? I never used glue.
Armaflex glue. That's what you would
Never
use.
used it.
You would glue the Armaflex to it.
Oh, cool. I
You
never
never
used
used
it.
Armaflex
Yeah,
glue?
like on the ends.
No.
That's what you're saying, right?
Okay, so Armaflex glue is a pain in the ass because it looks like
It's not
PVC.
glue. It's like contact adhesive
It's
or something.
contact adhesive.
Contact
So
cement.
you basically put it on there, you wait until it's almost dry, then you push it on. It's so
Cool.
bizarre to do that, and then it
I
sticks.
waited though. I can't wait.
Yeah, no, it's always a hard time.
That, yeah.
But yeah, no, I like the Cusha therms because then they go in the unistrut and it looks nice.
I had a. There was somebody told me a story one time about, I don't know if it was a plumber or an HVAC guy running line sets or what it was, but somebody I knew ran copper on a union job, and they insulated the copper as they were running it. And the insulators showed up and they saw it, and they walked up and they ripped all the Armaflex off of everything
Sounds
because
about right.
that wasn't their job.
Dude,
Oh my
but I gotta tell
God.
you, when true insulators get out there, like good ones, it's kind of
They're
crazy
good.
what they can do, man.
They're
Like
nice.
they can make shit look
Yeah.
good. I try it and it's
Yeah.
like a fucking dumpster fire. I'm like,
I
this
know.
is dead. No, just slide that shit on. Like I'm
Yeah.
fucking, but I've tried so many times, even sitting at home. I've tried like freezing the insulation. I've read so many different things like, oh yeah, freeze it so it cuts clean and like,
Yeah, you gotta have a knife, sharp knife. Like,
oh yeah. I bought like a fancy kit with a fucking super sharp knife,
Yeah.
but it doles out every knife. That insulation ruins knives so
Yeah, it
fast, dude. Yeah.
Wait, I want to know if Ren, you've ripped the insulation off or you insulate your own pipe.
He's probably talking about maybe his own job. I don't think he's an insulator. He probably on his own work, like mechanical stuff or something.
it's possible.
Yeah. Like true insulators, man. I wish that my jobs had budget to where we can get actual insulators, dude. Shit would look so
Yeah,
nice.
same here. We don't have that, but we do have this one guy who's pretty good at insulating because he's done it a bunch, and like he did some pretty good stuff with it. I mean, he taught me some tricks, but he had a knife sharpener on site. He brought 2 knives, an electric knife sharpener. He had all the little tricks and things, and just 90s and 45s and 120s and everything.
Brian Sanders, he says he sucks at cutting angles. You got to buy a jig. So
yeah,
I
the jigs make it makes it, you make your own tees and everything.
I have a jig that is the most recent one that I bought was a kit. I think I found it on Instagram or something like that, but it's a kit that has a big saw and super sharp, and then the kit is adjustable, so it actually wraps around the pipe as a whole. It clamps around it, so you just tighten some nuts and it comes in and clamps, and then you can cut the perfect angles. It's nice, but still, even with that jig, I can't get it to look nice. There's fucking glue everywhere. And then the one thing I don't understand about Armaflex glue is why the hell do they make yellow Armaflex glue? Because you can also buy black. Now I just buy the black stuff. Even the black still looks kind of stupid, but the yellow, it just fucking dripping all down, and yeah, it's dumb. And it's
using too much.
I use too much and I don't wait for it to set before I put it together. That's the problem. And then you push it together and it oozes out and you're like, fuck.
That's why it should be black. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Even Temu now, where you see these feeds that come up, they have these cool things that like they do the T for you as well. You know, like the V. So you do a nice T like
this. The thing that Chris talks about. I have the same thing. Chris. Have you ever cut yourself with that saw?
I've never.
No, but it's. I've worried about that.
It's really freaking sharp. It's crazy, and it's what's really crazy is how quickly the Armaflex makes that thing dull. You have to keep sharpening it over and over again.
Dude, where did
that sharpener is a good idea,
Adam? Because I can't find it. It doesn't come up under insulation cutting jig. I swear you and I both bought it because
I can't remember what it's called, but I'll find it.
I should.
I have a plastic jig that does the angles, but that's for like just a gray.
Yeah, like a little miter box.
Yeah. Not for Armaflex. I never used for Armaflex, but
dude, you know what I've been thinking a lot about lately too is I really, really want to start running 1-inch Armaflex on my freezers and stuff, because even we always run 3/4 inch wall, And I just watch over the years how you start to get ice coming out, and it just, I don't know. I really want to switch to 1 inch, but switching to 1 inch would be such a pain in the ass because not enough people have it. I'm talking about the wall thickness of the insulation. Not enough people have it, and it just changes everything. The Cushiotherm clamps wouldn't fit. Like everything's built for 3/4 wall. So
I have a box of insulation comes with angles on it.
Justin.
Oh, you're talking about the white stuff. What's that white insulation called? You get the angles, especially the plastic covering for it.
Oh,
That's what's intense.
it's plastic cladding. Yeah.
Those guys.
Yeah, they come.
Oh my god!
They got this little like a square thing on the back that you can cut out of the box and use to shape all your insulation.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I have that. I have it. I have one in my van because but I still like the jig better. But yeah, I know what you're talking about, Bill. You just cut out the square.
I can't find it either.
That fiberglass stuff in mechanical rooms, man, those guys, when they do that, it's intense. It looks wicked.
Yeah. I would say too that I've been wanting to. I still haven't done anything to protect the insulation on my refrigeration lines on the side of my house. And I've been going back and forth on whether or not I wanted to use the plastic cladding or if I wanted to do something else. I thought about pulling the insulation off and putting new the UV rated insulation on there, the freaking rubbery looking crap. I thought about putting that up there too.
That's what I just said, Dustin. I just said this.
Yeah, you just missed that part.
Wait,
Oh, when he's saying you got to wrap it in bubble wrap and add LED lights. I call you know what? I will say some of those guys, they put some stuff out minus the bubble wrap and the LED lights. Some of the jobs look pretty clean.
All I got to say is, though, if you're going through that effort to make things look cool, it better freaking work. It better work very well.
Gram, bro. That's for the gram. Come on.
Yeah, I guarantee 100% they're not doing anything beyond that as far as testing, door blasting, duct blasting, blower door testing, anything like that. That's not happening.
Hey, but you know what? One thing I will say is, and it is a good thing that I'm starting to notice on social media, is that more and more people are getting curious about home performance, and more people are posting and asking questions about home performance tools. So that is a plus right now because there's been a long time where nobody even knew what that stuff was on the normal HVAC side, right? You'd only see Raiders carrying that crap. And so,
you know what I saw the other day?
I mentioned, by the way, door blasting.
I saw on, I think it was TikTok or something the other day, one of those, the AC techs doing a mini split in sandals. You know those guys.
Yeah.
The
dudes that the only places that you see the mini splits exploding on the roof, and then there's no
oxygen as pressure.
And they all and everyone comments, "Oh, it's A2Ls." It's A2Ls.
Yeah. Or it's the dudes carrying a mini split condenser on his arm as he's climbing up 7 ladders that are duct taped together up the side of a rickety building.
Then he climbs right into some power lines.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, I saw a guy use you guys, I don't know if you've ever had the smaller, 3/8, 5/8 double insulated mini split line set or something like that, or the 3/8, whatever. But you try to cut that Armaflex and slide it off and then slide it back on.
It doesn't.
It's a chore. It's a freaking chore. But I saw this dude. He used like a ton of WD-40 on it, and then he put it on by himself. I'm like, I never thought of that.
Yeah, I did see that. That is interesting. I wonder. I don't think it's going to do anything to the copper. I'm curious.
I was wondering the same thing because I know they put it. You know what I used to do with Armaflex when we would get it off the truck?
Yeah.
Like you hold it up like this, and you tell somebody to look in the end, and then you blow on it. And all the powder comes out in their face.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
I have a job. It's a restaurant that I still service. And about 4 years after they opened the restaurant, I took it over. And I started to get service calls for water leaks all the time. Like, what the hell? So we'd go out there and it'd be like, oh, that's a plumbing leak. You got to call the plumber. And then it kept happening over and at the same location. I was like, dude, what is... So then we really started looking into it. Now, I'm not fixing these. I'm telling them to call the plumber. Then I start climbing up there and I realize it was always leaking where the solder joint was, and they weren't wiping off their flux. Dude, everything. This had like the acidic flux, and everywhere it would start turning green all on the solder joints. and then they'd have pinhole leaks. And they had to replace so many fittings in that restaurant because the dudes used the wrong flux and didn't wipe it off.
Can't stand that.
Oh, man.
So
I worried about WD-40 and what that would do. I don't know, you know.
Jason Johnson says baby powder works well.
Yeah, I said that. I've used it, baby powder. I wonder if even electrical lube.
Why though?
So that's great. So you're coming down from a long day on the roof, right? And you're carrying your tool bag down, and the baby powder bottle falls out as the two dudes are walking down grunting, and they're all sweaty and stuff. And the ladies are like, "What the fuck's the baby powder for?" Like, these two dudes, like, what are you guys doing?
Our sweaty sacks?
Yeah. They think you're using it for something else, man.
That's like they're all sweaty like that. You throw it down, it hits them in the head. It's kind of like tiring and feathering somebody.
That'll be the next set of videos. Dudes just teabagging mounds of baby powder on the roof.
Oh man,
I think WD-40 is a much better idea. But, you know, speaking of that, WD-40 being a good idea and how Adam didn't think of that, you know, I was talking to my apprentice the other day, and he came up, he says some of the dumbest shit sometimes, but the other day he had like a super brilliant, simplistic idea that I didn't even think of. We have to support this giant dual blower assembly in an air handler because we got to pull the bearings off both sides and replace them and do some other stuff, but we have to suspend this inside there. And I was like, well, what if we build like 2x4s and this? And then finally I'm like, what if we just drill a hole in the ceiling and put a shoulder bolt through there, fucking ratchet strap that bitch in place.
Nice.
And then I was like, you know, we'll get some angle iron, we'll drill through there and this. He's like, why don't we just use a piece of unistrut instead of angle iron? God damn it. Fuck yeah, that's a good idea. Like, well,
that's the apprentice you want, right?
Simple stuff like that where I'm like, how did I not even think of that?
I tell people, you know, speaking of apprentices, I've been doing a lot of interviews and stuff with people, but I tell people all the time, if you're with me and you have a better way of doing something, tell me. Like, don't be afraid. Even if I seem determined, like, give me your idea. I might not use it, but like, I'm down to hear all that shit because, yeah, dude, if you can save the job.
But you got to know when not to like talk too much.
And I tell that to people when people email me and ask me, like, as a new apprentice, what should I do? And it's like, you got to learn when to ask the questions. I said, for me, I'm an open book. Ask me all the questions. But if I'm in the middle of a job and we're going to town, fucking, you know,
Jesus fish, your sentence.
Now's not the time. So,
right.
So, yeah, I've been doing a lot of interviews. So, you know, obviously we're trying to hire a few people right now, but we are starting with one apprentice right now. And I got to say, man, I came down to four really good candidates. And
four?
Yeah, four. But then one of them, unfortunately, failed to tell me about a driving record issue that we asked about 2 times during the interview process. And then after the ride along, it was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, dude, I can't.
Chris is trying to say he's not blonde haired and blue eyed.
Yeah. So that guy, it didn't work out because we can't insure him, but it's a bummer. But yeah, it's down to 3, and I kind of feel bad because I can only hire 1 right now, and I kind of feel guilty, like I feel this obligation.
Make him compete for it.
Well, I know how the crazy thing is that I didn't advertise anywhere but on my personal Facebook, my like I just use social media. I didn't advertise in any of the magazines or any of that crap, you know, that they do, and so it's interesting. All these people, it's kind of, I feel this weird pressure because all these people want to work for who they think I am, right? And then they got to learn that I'm not an asshole, you know?
He's a jerk.
But I feel that pressure, man.
Bill, that blower motor you're talking about, is that same one you've been working on for like 3 weeks?
No, it's a bigger one, a different one.
What happened with
that one fixed? The one that like got destroyed that you were working on for like 3 days trying to get it apart?
Yeah, so that one eventually after I broke a sledgehammer on it, used a car jack on it, torches, like everything. And I mean, you know what's really frustrating is when people
Did you sand the shaft?
Oh yeah, I sanded the shaft. Did you take the set screw out? Like, oh fuck, you know, like I remember the 3rd or 4th time my service manager asked me that. And I was like,
oh my god,
like, holy shit, dude, hold on, I gotta turn around. I was like, fucking goddamn. And people are like, oh, use your torches. And I think even in the chat here with last time I talked about it, I was like, me and my apprentice both had our fucking oxyacetylene torches on the one hub, one fucking hub. It wasn't doing a goddamn thing. I mean, this hub was fucking 10 inches around, 3 inches thick of fucking steel, and they're like, well, if it can cut metal, it should be able to heat that up. Listen, bro, like maybe I didn't have the right tip on there, but it wasn't getting enough heat on this fucking hub. By the time I would rotate it to the other side, that side had cooled off. But long story short, no, we didn't ever get that thing separated.
So did you just tell them they had to move?
I was like, no, you got to fucking demo this thing. Like, the only way we're going to get this out of here is you have to cut this wheel, the shaft in places, get some dudes in here with fucking cutting torches and wheels and whatever you got to do, demo it, and then we can build a new one in place. Because I can cut the sides of it off and get new wheels in there and then rebuild it. But
did you get it?
I would have just demoed it yourself. Demo it yourself. Get something similar.
Huh?
They had to requote it since it's different now, because the original job was just to replace the shaft and the bearings. And since the shaft isn't coming out, we have to demo the blower wheel. And I'm sure that blower wheel's fucked up beyond belief now.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's got to be changed out. But like, there should be a clause or something in something like that. You know, like, it's fucking 50 years old. There should have been a clause in there. Be like, you know, if we can't get it out, you know, we may have to go to plan B.
So John Harrell had said in the beginning that he emailed some information about some train Symbio training, which is their new controls setup they have for their ACs and whatever. John, if you're in the Facebook group, share it in the Facebook group with the link and we'll approve it. And it's because he sent the whole thing to the email for overtime, but it's like, cool. Yeah, you post it, man. We'll approve it. So put it in there if you're in the group. If not, join the group and then you can post it.
Real quick, I did use pipe wrenches.
Yeah, you did. We've seen the picture.
Giant pipe wrenches with giant breaker bars, fucking 6 foot long, hanging off of this breaker bar, just trying to turn the shaft inside the wheel. Because I got the wheel inside the housing, just, you know, got it so it wouldn't move with blocks of wood and shit. But yeah,
I saw why am I can't think of his name right now. What's his name?
I don't know. Give us a description.
Kitchen Chronicles.
Chill.
What's he smelling?
Oh, Bill. Pat.
Hey, chill.
Pat.
Oh.
I saw him with a map gas on some type of device, and he's heating the hub for.
Oh yeah, he's taking a wheel off a combi oven is what he was doing, I think.
And then he went like this. He just touched it. He's like, and it popped right off.
Yeah, you remember?
I wish it was not easy.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, we'll do that on exhaust fans every once in a while, where you got to heat them up and get them to pop. I'm trying to find that video of Bill's, or the pictures of Bill's thing. I'm trying to go through the chat right now.
Good luck. That was like 3 months ago.
No, but don't you know there's a really easy way to find it?
Yeah,
in that, you can search media, and it'll just show pictures for the last. Oh yeah, that's kind of Russian roulette too. We should scroll through that. I should just blindly scroll. We'll call it freaking chat picture roulette. That's like a new bit.
That's
We're just
a good idea. Like, how many nudes have we shared in there?
I don't know. Well, actually, no, you guys stopped sharing those because I got offended by them, remember?
I shared a semi-nude in there earlier.
Actually, yeah. I was asking Bill for the thumbnail picture, and this is what he sends me.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, Bill.
I said I was in there and I was pooping and trying to type Joe, because Joe's like, where's the thumbnail? But he's like, where's the thumbnail? Where's the picture? I'm like, what are you talking about, Joe? And he finally, I figured out what he's talking about. I'm like, Joe, this conversation is making it really hard for me to poop. Yeah, it did. I still didn't get everything out. I just gave up. I was like, I can't do this right now. I have to wait till later.
Come on.
Yeah, I agree.
Sorry. And then
that's my plans for after the show.
Did I tell you guys last week that I got
you shouting at us?
Dude, your mic is all over the place. Do you have like auto ducking on or something? It's like it's quieting it, and then it just explodes in our ears when you move closer. Like, holy fuck!
I didn't get any closer.
Hey, did I tell you guys about this?
Go ahead.
Hey, we're not your wife and kids.
Jeez.
I got I'm Nate certified again. Congratulate me.
Nice.
The last time I was Nate certified was like 10 years ago.
Good job.
I'm Nathan certified.
My family just got home.
Andy Greaves.
And I get my CEUs for teaching classes. So I'm already, after a week, I'm already good for the next renewal.
I let my my Nate expire.
What was I? I was Nate certified for refrigeration, I think.
Oh, we got pictures of Joe when he went through his procedure.
Oh yeah,
This chat is
where
awesome.
he
right
got
now.
his new face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he swapped
Oh,
faces with John Travolta and became a Scientologist and then was secretly in love with dudes now.
And now he hunts homeless people.
Yes.
Um,
Almost there.
No.
Wow,
let
dude,
me-
there's a lot. Without context, if you scroll through the images in our chat, it's freaking wild, man.
Let's do it. Is there anything we can't show in there?
I'm sure there is.
What is it?
You guys know any
What's that?
Bloomers, that name brand? If you guys could get any replacements for me, let me know.
What
that
is it?
thing cost?
Show it again.
That thing cost me. We'll just say $4,000 to $5,000.
What is
blower
that?
motor.
Hold on a second. Keep holding it. I gotta.
Oh shit!
Lady Ziel Abage. Is that
It's a
made in
ZL
Orlando?
Abage.
From
Joe.
Alibaba.
It's some German make, some DCAC. It's in a Dectron,
I guess.
and that thing. I'm not gonna say the exact because who knows if this goes out there. But just say because I don't know. I charge a customer. I couldn't charge a customer too much more, but we'll just say $4,000 to $5,000.
What's this motor for? Give us some context.
It's a Dectron. It's a blower motor for a Dectron.
How big? I was looking at the specs. How many horsepower?
Horsepower, I'm not sure, dude.
Like, is this a big motor, little motor? I don't know. I don't know what a Dectron is to either.
Dehumidification unit.
It just dawned on me something. I'm looking at your pictures, Bill. I'm gonna put this up here right now. I'm looking at your pictures of that thing, and I realized that where one of the things was messing you up. Looking at this.
He forgot to take the set screw out.
God,
No,
damn.
that was the first
do
thing we all asked him was, "Did you
You know
take the
how
set
many
screw out?"
You know how many people asked me that? You'd be surprised how many people asked me that multiple times. The same people.
Yeah. So I just realized as you're trying to push that shaft out, you have to heat up both sides at the same time.
You do, because
And-
it's a dual wheel. There's two
Yeah.
wheels in there with
Yeah.
an inch in between.
And you're not heating. And the problem is, that's just a dumpster fire, dude. You're never going to get that off. Like,
No, and we didn't.
so here's roulette. I don't know if I'm supposed to scroll right or left. So let's see. And we're safe. Okay. So that's the space in between the two wheels.
Yeah,
And then that's the over of the two wheels.
that's the one next to it from
Yeah.
inside. It. That's that one's not the problem one. That one's
That is wild, dude. But yeah, I don't think I realized that when you were. Oh, there we go. See, we're
Who's
just.
that guy?
That's Cletus McFarland, dude, and Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Oh, I thought the one on the left was J-Dub Moneymaker.
Yeah,
It does look like J-Dub Moneymaker, dude. Okay, so this is roulette, guys. I don't know where this is going right now.
I wouldn't go too deep.
Okay, so this is a refrigeration job. That's the lift that I use to lift shit up on the roof. Apparently, I was talking right now because these are all my pictures.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you plug it into, Jason?
Social
And
media,
what can you adjust?
the
I don't get it.
dogs. Okay, we're going deep right now.
Don't do this.
Oh, this is Bill's thing with the ice and the suction.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, where I couldn't. I mean, I eventually had to cut the other line out because I just couldn't. I couldn't sweat it out. It wouldn't burn out. There was so much ice in those lines.
Hold on. Go back to Bill's picture.
Okay, hold on.
You're going the wrong way. Oh,
No,
there
I'm
you go.
not.
One more. Keep going the other way. No.
No, back the other way.
Go to the car jack. Right there.
Yeah. So if you look at that housing, what Hausch is talking about, those bolts on right there, like that outer hub
Yeah.
would come off, but you see where I have that car jack down there. So that brace, that piece right there where the car jack is on, that piece comes off. Nothing else comes off though. Everything else below that is all welded to the frame. So that's why I can't get that hub off. I have to cut some of that out to get that hub off. But let's say I did cut that away and I did pull that shroud off and I got the whole wheel assembly out into that room. Then what am I going to do with it? It doesn't go out the door. It doesn't fit through the door. I still have to cut it in pieces.
Yeah.
And there's not enough room in there to like really work. If I were to get it out, I could kind of fit it in part of the room, but I couldn't do much with it though. But then I'd have to go back and like re-weld the frame all together. And Yeah, it's.
I bet Ren could have got it.
I bet you he could. He's a big, strong man.
He's done this stuff.
He's the Paul Bunyan. I mean, I've seen what he eats. I mean, there's no doubt he's got fucking arms like Popeye.
Jason, hold on. Jason, you don't have to program the motor speed because this one is fixed on this one. You just fix it to whatever you want, 90, 80%, 100%. This one doesn't modulate.
So interesting. I'm still going through these pictures right now, and I just came across something. I've never said this in the public, but at the symposium, there's this kid that showed up that watches. He likes my videos, and he's come to the symposium twice. Really cool kid. He flows around. A lot of people met him and stuff, but he wrote like a story about me, and I just came across the picture I sent you guys in the chat.
You read this?
It's like an essay that he wrote for school, and it's about meeting Luke, the HVAC guy, the person that inspired this kid on his HVAC journey. Like it's this whole little thing, but it was really cute. Just came across that picture.
What's going to happen when he finds out your name isn't Luke?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Haven't figured that one out.
Devastated. Like next time when he shows up with a Luke tattoo or something.
Exactly. No, it's cool though, because that kid, the really cool person in his life is his mom, because his mom, just out of nothing, someone approached her when they were at a hardware store. That's where this kid got met by a Kalos employee, and they invited him because the kid was knowledgeable about HVAC. So anyways, his mom.
That's how the like a episode of Catch a Predator starts.
But okay, we're not taking it there, but his mom was the one that actually brought him to the symposium. So that's the cool thing. And he's had the opportunity to meet a bunch of cool people, and it's been neat.
Excuse me, sir. Why are you here to meet this 9-year-old boy?
I don't know, Joe. I don't know if you remember this or not. Do you remember like hanging out late at night and like with a bunch of different people with like Ted and all that? Do you remember that? There was like some one kid, like some weird. He was like 16 years old. He would take apart his air handler and crap and bring, and he was showing Ted. He's like, look, here's the capacitor. Ted's like,
that?
Okay.
What are you doing?
I do remember this.
What
This was the most uncomfortable things. I was watching the shows at the time, and I was getting the douche chills. I'd have to turn it off and come back a half hour later when they were on the next segment. Like, fuck, that was uncomfortable.
Who was
this?
Did they know him? Anybody knew him? Or
no, because that's what happens when you blindly throw out links to the Google Hangout and people just join. That's how the Hangouts were.
That's how we met Cyborg for the first time.
Yep. Who was it? Did Cyborg, were you one of the people that popped up the first time I dropped a link on HVACR videos? It was like the first and only time that I dropped a link, and I had some interesting people in there, and I was like, whoa, okay, that was different.
Whatever happened to Paulus? You remember that guy?
Remember he was selling like internet satellite dishes, right?
Huh?
No, but wasn't Paulus, didn't he like install satellite dishes?
Yeah,
he was jogging.
He was an HVAC guy, and then
his HVAC business, made his money, and bought into he would go do the Wi-Fi signal boosters or something for like trailer parks. He would put them up on to give them internet and shit, dude. It was bizarre, and that's what his YouTube channel turned into. Yeah.
You know what I did the other day? I got some bonus points for the Sun's owner up north. They had an ice storm, and they're like, "Oh, can you just the owner's son?
What color is the sun?
The owner's son." And he's like, "Can you pigtail these furnaces for me? I want to hook them to my generator." I'm like, "What's this guy talking about pigtail?" Like, I don't know. So I go there, and he has this generator, and I'm trying to get these. He wants to hook up these furnaces. So I'm thinking, what can I do? A safe way I could do it. So I'm thinking, which I got to do to mine now, is that what I did is I installed a plug connected to the main power. So I got some 10 gauge extension cords, put 2 males on them. So now he just clicks the furnace switch, plugs into the plug, goes to the furnace, goes to the generator, bam, he has his furnace on. I did it to both his furnaces.
All those years of docking have paid off, Joe.
I didn't know.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm still going through the pictures. We 100% cannot show these pictures, and probably need to delete them from Google servers.
We just purged.
We need to purge again, dude, because that one, yeah. Yeah, we got to delete that chat.
Yeah, but I was just getting used to that chat too.
Oh, this Theo Vaughn one was good about the.
Oh yes, that was funny. So Adam, you said something about that Theo Vaughn video. Then the next day it popped up in my feed, and I shared it when it popped up in my feed.
My feed too before.
You guys remember, like,
Wait,
I don't know if it was the first or second time.
I should be able to share that.
Okay, what are we looking at here?
There you go, Joe.
Is this a back feed switch? What is this? I have to maximize it.
Transfer switch.
Transfer switch. Sorry, yeah.
That's
That's
What do you
pretty
think about
cool.
that?
Transfer switch. That's awesome. I like that. But over there, I told him, listen, just make sure you turn off your furnace switch or the breaker before you put it on and you plug it in. He's like, what should
Joe,
I do?
you're gonna end up killing a lineman somewhere.
Yeah, you're back feeding. Yeah.
Well, you know, it worked. He's like, oh yeah, by the way, I tried it. It worked. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to try it, but all I did is I plugged it in and I made sure I had 120 on the other side. I knew it was probably good. And it
Why did the screen go black?
That's what she said.
Oh my
What just happened?
I was wondering if it was just me.
What the
That's
fuck
right.
was that?
I would have sat here the whole time and I said nothing.
What? How do I find that Theo Vaughn video? I'm looking on YouTube right now.
Which
I
one?
know
What's
was
in
it?
our chat?
He says bifocals. I know that much. I wasn't going through the chat.
Go into the chat.
It's
Can
gonna.
we can
be
play it in
bifocals.
here, right?
I mean, fuck it,
You
bro.
guys ever see those little doorknob covers they use to like baby proof
Yeah.
things so you can't
Yeah.
like turn the doorknob?
Right.
I swear the first or second time we had Cyborg on the show, in the background you could see one of those, but it was on the inside. So like his mom would close the door and he couldn't get out because he couldn't turn that thing. I swear I saw one of those.
I think you're right, dude. I think I remember seeing
pretty
something
sure.
like that too, actually.
Pretty sure she would close the door and he just couldn't get out because he just got that floppy thing on the door.
You stay in here, Cyborg. Jason
damn it,
wins
Mike,
that year.
bitch. He couldn't turn it.
I just put
Oh,
a
you
4x4
got-
box in my sister's furnace, one switch and one plug, and then SJ cord to the furnace instead of hardwired. Unplug the furnace and plug into a gen extension cord.
Oh, there's another very toxic way we can search
Oh, yeah.
our chat, and you can search links. That's a whole nother conversation to have. Just blindly clicking links that we've shared. In the
Oh my God,
Do
we should
that.
play that.
dude,
Not live.
it's wild, dude. Some of the links.
You can find a breaker with a non-energized tracer. Klein has them.
You guys want to watch
do
some
you-
scat videos?
What do you
Hold
think this guy's name is?
Hold on.
I don't know.
Move
Where are you
shoot,
from, bud?
shoot
Where
Taiwan.
are you Chinese from?
Let me
Pretty
share
cool.
this. Let me share this.
Is
Hold on.
that Chinese?
Ching chong ching.
I don't know.
That's how you pronounce it, I think.
Let me share this one.
That's
Okay,
not
wait.
politically correct, Joe.
Slides, video
Fail.
file, image. Oh, this
What?
is
Yeah,
dude.
fail.
Never mind. I can't share this. I can't figure this out.
That's not even like a noodle name. That's like a, I don't know what kind of name that is. That's like shapes.
This is what we said, Ryan. He's saying, Bill, can you cut the shaft, remove the wheels at all? If you can take wheels out of the machine shop and get that's shaft, press them out. Hubs. That's exactly what we were talking about
Yeah,
too.
they won't fit through the
We were
door.
saying that. Yeah.
I have to cut a hole in the wall to get them out.
I'm catching up
Korean,
through,
cool.
through the chat right now. Michael Hausch said it's Canadian for sure.
It's covered.
Then Jesus fish.
That's Korean.
Yeah. Sounds fishy.
Did
It
you?
looks
Are you
like-
gonna play that Theo Vaughn video or
I
what?
can't fucking figure it out, bro. You gotta do it. better.
Adam.
I can't figure it out.
Or a chat.
I'm a bit special.
Oh, you're fine.
You don't just
I mean-
you just gave up. You don't even say anything.
I 100% gave up, bro. I said it. You weren't listening. I literally said I can't find it.
Yeah, and let's move on. Let's move
Yep.
on. And then the Korean thing happened. I'm like, what is this?
So
Okay,
it's
Jason,
been, you know, one of my customers too, because we're short staffed right now. So one of my customers started doing maintenances again, and they're sending them to us hot and heavy. And it's like, dude, I'm fucked right now. Like, I'm 2 technicians and an apprentice, and we're fucked. So it's
I don't know
rough.
if it's gonna play the sound. Is it?
That's what I was worried about. That's why I didn't do it, because I knew I wasn't smart enough.
the sound.
We're not seeing anything, by the way. So I don't know if
No
you're playing
screaming the
something.
leg. We're getting
Hold on.
out of here, Cyborg. I'm dipping out.
You're not gonna
Soon as
trick
you
us
do.
again, Cyborg. Last time we did that, you had your wiener out.
You got to be careful. because someone emailed me a picture, and I will never open pictures from viewers again.
All right, tell me if you could hear this.
So I'm here at KBiz with
Yeah.
that guy.
Can you hear it?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, now everyone shut up.
All right.
At 3 small business.
So I'm here at KBiz with
Why is it
Rebecca,
not doing the right
and
thing?
No, it's on the right. Oh, you got to share the other tab. Go to. Oh. No, just.
I've been talking to this girl for like 2 years, and it turns out I got her pregnant. The word got around, and somehow it turns out that she's my first cousin.
Wow, dang, brother. That's ooh. That's you're gonna be raising a dang lizard, homie. You can't wow, brother. Good golly. At the very least, it's gonna need glasses. That thing is gonna need bifocals, brother. You know, make sure it doesn't stand straight up when the moon is full and shit like that when it's real young. Just I'd hit a couple high notes near it on the instrument, see if its eyes turn red or anything. But you're just gonna have to keep tabs on it. Just stay safe, brother. And I would back off that type of behavior. You know, if you win this round of DNA roulette, brother, just I'd leave the rest of the bullets in the chamber, baby, when it comes to family.
So it
Nice.
turns out.
Oh shit.
Turns out Cyborg has been
Alabama,
in
yep.
people's chats as well.
Oh man.
Yep.
Oh, that's funny.
Hmm?
What is that? What is that? What is that little thingamajig? Eyes with
It's
hands?
eyes.
Yeah, he's worried. He's come
Uh,
on, dude. Get with the new lingo of the YouTube.
No, I still don't know what language that little.
Somebody said game Korean. It's Korean.
Yeah,
That's cool. If he's
like a-
chiming in from Korea, that's amazing.
it looks like if
Are
there's.
you from
glitch-
Korea?
Why did you talk with an Asian accent when you said that?
You
It
did kind of sound pretty.
You sound Asian when you said that, bro.
Me?
From Korea. Korea.
Are you from Korea?
You said, "Why are you from Korea?" You said it all fast, like you were trying to be Asian, bro. Oh,
That's awesome.
know-
What time is it there? That's awesome.
You
That's
know,
cool that
Mr.
you're chiming in, buddy.
Roboto.
oh man,
Mr. Roboto.
that's
Roboto.
Anywho, before we get out of hand,
what do you mean
Yeah.
out of hand, bro? We're already out of hand.
not quite there yet. We
Wait,
got
okay,
a
wait.
Korean
What
in the
was,
chat.
yeah,
We got
okay.
Theo Vaughn playing.
yes.
Yeah,
Play some
I'm
more
from-
Theo Vaughn, dude. I've been watching Theo Vaughn all day. It's been popping up in my feed, and it's
He's so funny. He's
it's
hilarious.
his dry humor sometimes, but then sometimes there's never a punchline though, and I think that's even hilarious because he just
Right.
talks, and then it's just
Yeah.
like, wait, is this supposed to be funny?
It's just
And I'm
real.
like, fuck, what happened? And then I'm like, oh, it's a joke. I get it. I get what he's doing. I'm a fucking idiot, you
I
know.
love the gay chicken though.
Oh,
The,
dude.
I,
that was
there was a somebody was on his show and he's like, you know, sometimes I wonder, I can't tell if you're retarded or a genius. And he's like, thank you.
Nice.
Theo Vaughn is
Isn't that
hilarious.
its finest? That's exactly right, Freon Leon.
That's Tism at his finest.
What did I say that I went out with
Really?
some friends.
That's
Makes
amazing.
sense.
So I'm talking to everybody that's watching this right now. Everybody. I went out with some friends and I sent the guys some pictures. Our friends were camping at a campground near us. So we went out and had dinner with them. And then I sent pictures that I was actually hanging out with real people. And then the next day I was driving. And that was the first time I'd been with real people in a long time, like just hanging out, not talking about air conditioning. And we just hung out for a couple hours, had dinner. They're just old family friends. And I told everybody in the chat later the next morning, I was like, we all need to do that shit more. Like, stop talking to each other on the internet, and we need to fucking hang out with real people.
But you forgot to tell everyone the best part. He sent
Yeah, the
he sent us
punchline.
pictures of it, and this guy brought a box full of merch and passed out HVACR videos merch.
Yeah, they were all just wearing his clothes.
Everybody.
No, but like that's the best part. Like I'm sitting there and it's like I realized that their kids have my sweaters on. The dad or the mom has my sweaters on, and then my wife had my sweater on, and I was like, fuck, it's like a goddamn merch
I
fest.
bet he handed them out, and then like when they were wrapping up, he's like, oh, "By the way, it's 25 for that. It's gonna be 15 for the beanie.
Yeah.
You don't have to pay me now. Like it was just put a
Squirt
check
later.
email or something."
But like for real, dude, it actually was. Yeah, Dustin, there you go. That makes sense. If you hung out with people and did not talk about HVAC, I'm not sure they're real people.
That's a good point.
Good point. That's like Dustin pulling me back down. Like, come back
Nice.
to the fucking HVAC world. And
That's
I'm
right.
like, no,
I
no.
would like to hang out with real people, but I don't know real people.
Joe,
Yes.
is your economy crashing yet?
No, we're not bad.
Just wait. Just wait.
Give it-
Pineapple in your ass.
And you got a pineapple in your
At the
ass.
party with my friends. Oh, fuck.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Yes, I'm a Korean immigrant working as an HVAC tech. I watch Chris videos a lot. That's cool, man.
Oh, that's awesome. So wait, I shared the link and he found this and now he's mortified because this is nothing like on my channel.
That's
So
a good point. Yeah.
You love it.
Chris.
yeah, this is my super top secret channel where I actually am not being fake.
He admits it.
This is real. There was something I was just going to bring up that happened to us this past week.
Are you sure you want
Dude,
to say
what
happened
didn't,
to
man?
you?
I've just been dealing with work shit.
Something happened. Oh, we were in HVAC Tactical magazine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Jennifer
I was going to mention that.
wrote a really
A beautiful,
awesome
article about
freaking
us.
article about us. Like she
Yeah,
was,
let's
seriously,
post
that
that.
was very nice.
It was like we had a full page on us. There's no pictures. It says overtime.
Yep.
That's
But
good.
yeah,
Well,
no.
time somebody talks about us.
If you guys haven't read the HVAC Tactical magazine, if you don't find them at your supply houses, you can go to hvactactical.com and you can click on magazine and then you can see the most recent episodes and just read through them on there. That's how
Just
I
skip to our section. We're on page like 912.
60,
Exactly.
Page 60.
.6, subsection 3, paragraph 1 and paragraph 9. So you got to just skip to those two and then you'll find it.
Yeah, that was a really nice article. She had mentioned in like a super secret private chat that she was going to write something like that for us, but I personally totally forgot about it.
I don't remember that. Did she ask for our permission or something? I
think
vaguely
so.
remember something
Yeah.
like that. I do remember a chat popping up and then
That
she
was
was,
a long time ago.
that's funny.
There we go. I think it might work this time.
Why does a lesbian shop at Sports Authority?
I don't know, Freon. Why? Is this, can we read the punchline?
Let me unhide the comment. Because they don't like
They don't like Dick's Sporting Goods.
Oh, I was wondering because we don't have that over here. I was like, what's this guy talking
Dicks? You don't have Dicks in Canada?
about? No.
It doesn't surprise me with your
So
vagina.
that's why you guys can't procreate or what?
Yeah.
This is a surprise me with his shirt that color.
Just
Yeah.
a bunch of scissoring everywhere. That's all it is. The whole country.
We don't call each other dicks.
Oh, got it. You're too nice to each other. You know that we need to get back to what we were talking about. Apparently, we're not friends anymore, Joe. So like at some point, they're gonna like not allow internet
Wait,
streaming services to stream from Canada, dude. It's
Wait,
coming.
he kept I think he kept Canada at 25%. It's China.
I'm not talking about
came
that.
back
I'm just talking about
45%.
in general. We're at war with you, dude. Like
No.
we're
No,
in a
never.
trade war, man.
Once we absorb Greenland and Denmark and all that stuff,
Yeah.
then Canada. I mean, you guys lost out. You could have been the 51st state. Now you're going to be like the 54th,
Yeah.
the 55th state.
And then we'll absorb everything else around us, and then we'll just be this giant
Wait,
whatever
Can
bullshit.
can you get to Greenland without going to Canada first?
I don't know. I don't even know where the fuck Greenland is, dude.
So how are you gonna get to Greenland if you're a trade war with us? You're not
Who
gonna
the
go.
Why do they call it Greenland? Because it's all
Yeah, I
ice.
was gonna say, who the fuck names it Greenland? And then why the fuck is Iceland green? Like, was someone on Oxy when they fucking figured that one out, or what? They were.
saying you could.
I don't know.
Was that you guys who told me about when we went like a day where we banned TikTok in the United States?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys see all the videos like when Americans left TikTok?
No, I never left it.
You should well no, they made it so we couldn't use it for like a day.
Oh, yeah. For a
Yeah.
day.
What?
yeah.
It was a single day.
You guys
There
use
was a
TikTok,
bunch
right?
of everyone else that was not American posted videos about the Americans. It's hilarious. You gotta look them up.
I love watching foreign countries post videos about us. It's great.
I actually have a cousin that lives in Indonesia. She used to live here in California. She's there like kind of on a missionary status. And she will come back and she'll talk about how like the rest of the world and like her country sees us as America. And she has like a total different outlook on us from another country's perspective now. It's kind of a trip.
You guys ever watch Weightlifters? And I think, what is it called? Pink socking.
Pink
when
sock.
weightlifters have their pink sock events. You ever watch that?
No, I
No.
watch World's Strongest
So
Man.
Chris, go and Google weightlifter pink sock.
Might as well share your screen too.
Might as well.
Weightlifter pink sock. Okay. I'm not going to Google that, dude. I know better.
Michael.
Google it. Just Google it.
No. I'm not doing that for my
Okay, Streamlard, yours. We're out of here. I'm going to leave.